think he is?
That's an alligator, that's what that is.
Little foot Coca 3, that's what that is.
Hi, everyone. Before we begin, let me ask you something. Have you ever felt a place watching you back? Not imagined it, felt it. Because that's exactly what happened deep in the Louisiana bayou on a quiet morning that was supposed to be just like any other. Pickle Wheat had walked onto her family dock thousands of times before. It had held her weight since childhood, survived storms, floods, and decades of swamp life. But that morning, the dock felt different. Beneath the boards, something stirred, not violently, not randomly, intentionally. And Pickle felt it the moment her boots touched the wood. The swamp was silent, no birds, no movement, just a hollow knock echoing from below, slow and heavy, like something testing the surface above it. Pickle crouched, pressing her hand against the damp boards, and felt a deep vibration rise through her palm. This wasn't a gator. This wasn't a fish. It felt older, heavier, a presence that didn't belong. What happened next would pull Pickle into a mystery buried for decades, one tied to forgotten expeditions, hidden technology, and a secret the swamp had protected for generations. So stay with us, because what was discovered under Pickle Wheat's dock isn't just strange, it's beyond belief. The storm from the night before had been fierce, the kind that churned the marsh and dragged buried things closer to the surface. Storms reshaped the bayou. They exposed what time tried to hide. Still, this felt different. This didn't feel accidental. It felt deliberate. She tried to bury the feeling in routine. Animals were fed. Traps were checked. Gear was cleaned and sharpened. Yet no matter where she went, the memory of that knock followed her. When evening came and the sky burned red and gold, Pickle returned to the dock, lantern swinging gently at her side. The swamp sang its nighttime song. Frogs croaked, insects buzzed, water shifted softly. Then the sound returned, deeper this time, slower, intentional. Pickle leaned over the edge, lantern light cutting through the dark water. Something flashed beneath the surface, metallic, wrong. Her pulse jumped. There shouldn't have been anything man-made beneath that dock, not anymore. She rolled up her sleeves and reached into the cold, murky water. Her fingers brushed something solid and sharp-edged. She jerked back instinctively, heart pounding, then reached again, gripping it with both hands. The object resisted, buried like it didn't want to be found. With a strained pull and a sharp breath, she dragged it free. It was a rusted metal box, heavy and sealed tight. Water poured from its edges as she lifted it onto the dock. When she tilted it, something shifted inside. Pickle carried the box into the shed, setting it on the workbench where gator hooks and knives usually lay. She wiped away layers of mud until her fingers froze. Beneath the rust was an insignia she recognized instantly. Her breath caught. That symbol belonged to stories whispered by old hunters. Stories about men who vanished, chasing things the swamp never wanted uncovered. Expeditions that ended without bodies, without answers. She thought about calling her father. Then she thought about Troy Landry, but something inside her hesitated. Whatever this was, it had chosen her dock, her hands, her night. When she opened the box, the hinges groaned like something waking after decades of sleep. Inside were laminated notes, preserved far too well for something that had spent years underwater. Beneath them lay a cylindrical device, smooth, cold, and engraved with the same symbol. Pickle lifted the notes first. They warned whoever found them not to disturb the soil beneath the dock. They spoke of strange readings, unnatural density buried below. They mentioned an unrecorded expedition led by Thaddeus Cormier. That name sent a chill through her. Thaddeus Cormier was swamp legend. Some said he hunted a monstrous gator older than the river itself. Others believed he wasn't hunting an animal at all, but something far more valuable, something buried when floods erased entire settlements from the map. The handwriting on the notes grew jagged near the end, the letters slashing across the page as if written by someone running out of time. The final sentence trailed off mid-thought, abandoned in fear. Pickle swallowed hard and set the papers aside. She lifted the cylindrical device, surprised by how cold it felt in her hands, colder than the night air should allow. When she pressed her thumb against the engraved symbol, it responded instantly. A low hum vibrated through the metal as a faint blue light pulsed to life. Her heart slammed against her ribs. This wasn't old equipment, nothing she recognized. Then she felt it, movement beneath the dock. Wood creaked, water rippled, and Pickle killed the lantern, letting darkness swallow the swamp. A shadow shifted, too smooth to be natural. Then a voice broke the tension. "Pickle!" Relief surged as Troy Landry appeared, porchlight framing him. Inside the shed, Troy examined the box and notes. When he saw Thaddeus Cormier, his jaw tightened. The name carried stories and a past his family never escaped. "Years ago," Troy said quietly, surveyors had shown him something like this device near an abandoned settlement upriver. Within a week, they vanished. All that remained were rumors and a half-finished map pointing towards something buried beneath the marsh. The dock creaked again. This time, something scraped against the posts beneath it. Not a gator, not a fish, something deliberate. Back in the shed, Troy told Pickle a story he rarely spoke aloud. A Cormier survivor once claimed the expedition had found a relic tied to the earliest peoples of the river, something powerful enough to rewrite history, something buried beneath land untouched for generations, land that now belonged to the Wheat family. As if responding, the cylindrical device activated again. A beam of blue light traced across the floor, out the door, and straight toward the dock. It wasn't random. It was a guide. They followed it. The beam focused on one warped board near the center of the dock. Beneath it, packed mud concealed something metallic. They scraped and pulled, muscles burning, until a massive sealed capsule emerged from the earth. It was ice cold, far heavier than it should have been, carved with symbols older than language. Inside the capsule was no gold, no weapons, no treasure. It was a voice recorder. When Pickle Wheat pressed play, static hissed like the swamp inhaling. A fractured voice warned of something alive beneath the land, not flesh, not bone. The recorder shuddered, blue light flaring as the water below the dock bulged upward. Silence swallowed the bayou. Then metal surfaced. Not a beast, but a structure. A smooth hatch rising with deliberate purpose. Drawn forward, Pickle touched it and felt warmth hum back. The lock clicked open. Cold vapor spilled out, revealing stairs descending into darkness. Fear urged retreat, yet destiny pulled harder. The swamp seemed to breathe, watching, waiting, remembering ancient choices forever. She stepped forward. Troy Landry followed close behind. Below the marsh lay a chamber unlike anything either of them had imagined. Dark metal walls curved overhead, etched with ancient symbols. At the center rested a glowing stone, pulsing like a heartbeat. When Pickle touched it, the chamber erupted in light. Images flooded the walls, the swamp as it once was, people along the riverbanks, a catastrophic flood swallowing their world, artifacts buried to preserve memory, knowledge sealed away, waiting for the right guardian. The light faded. The chamber fell silent. Back above, the swamp breathed again. Frogs returned. Water rippled softly. The night felt whole. Standing on the dock beneath the open sky, Pickle clutched the warm stone to her chest and understood the truth. Some discoveries change history. Others choose who will protect it. The swamp had chosen Pickle Wheat, and it wasn't finished speaking yet. If this story pulled you deep into the heart of the Louisiana bayou, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. More secrets lie beneath the surface, and the swamp still has many stories left to tell. Thanks for watching.